we could have our own tomato fight. How many people do we need to invite to be bigger than?
Well, you have to go with you have to have a story of why things happened.
Oh.
So this young man flew into a fit of rage and started throwing tomatoes at his friends. More people joined in, and so a tradition was born.
Nice.
So the guy was angry. People thought it was funny, joined in and started throwing stuff.
Sweet.
Ta-da, tradition.
Yeah.
I don't know how this works, but okay. I think we should try with cantaloupes.
Twinkies.
Oh.
Twinkies? No? Twinkies?
Would be
Okay,
better.
They're soft.
Yeah.
If you get hit with one, it's not.
And you
gonna
get like some innards on you. No big deal, right?
They just eat them.
Yeah.
Just eat them. Right.
Oh my gosh, this is great. So authorities banned the festivities in the 50s, but it was restored in 1957 after residents held a mock funeral with a tomato in a coffin to mourn their much-loved festivity.
Oh my gosh, they were so sad. They buried a tomato.
This is the worst day ever. You know how many hands were on that coffin trying to carry that through town?
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, that's great. Oh, Spanish. They sound like they're actually kind of fun. Maybe we should go over there.
Not fun, right?
That'd be a good time.
Mhm.
I did find this fun, quirky tradition that they have. Supposedly they have tons of quirky traditions. There's a tradition that you should eat 12 grapes at the as the clock rings in the new year. So the idea is if you eat a grape on each stroke of midnight and manage to do so, you will have good luck for the new year.
Let's do it.
So these are people of superstition. I believe you belong there.
I belong there for sure. For sure. I
Also,
belong
you
there.
like grapes, so this will work out
It'll
well
work
for you.
out wonderfully.
Not so much for myself.
Yeah. But I don't have to do the other things, you know. There's other weird things you're supposed to eat.
There's like black-eyed peas,
No,
and there's like
not
all
having
these
it.
other. Those are awful. Ugh. Yuck.
Anyway.
I hated that tradition.
But yeah, I am superstitious about lots of things.
Very much so.
I'm only a little.
On the plus side, Spain has the most bars in Europe. So,
Oh.
you know, small victories
Very
for those of
nice.
us that drink. I don't, but that's okay. Feels like I wonder how they compete up against Waterloo. So
I
many
don't know,
bars.
there's
We actually have more bars than we have banks in
Are
Waterloo.
you
I think.
serious?
I think so.
That's
think.
not possible.
There are a lot of banks.
There are so.
And
many
every time there's
banks.
another building, I'm like, if it's another bank, instead of a Jack in the Box, I'd really like a Jack in the Box.
Everybody's like saying they want a Freddy's.
Freddy,
I just want a
yeah,
Jack in
hear
the
about
Box.
that.
I want the
White
tacos.
Castle would be great.
Ultimate
I don't
double
care.
cheeseburger would
Like,
be awesome.
and also I think like now I'm getting older, and maybe White Castle wouldn't be so great. But I used to eat White Castle, and it didn't bother me.
I would
Now I like.
it
I mean,
wouldn't
there's
matter.
a reason it's
I'm
called
in.
belly bombers, right?
It's fine. I'm in. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, if I don't have to cross the river for it,
You get a Chick-fil-A.
A Wendy's.
Look.
That sounds so much.
Listen to all of the options we have for you, Waterloo. You don't need another bank.
I would tell Columbia, but Columbia's throwing out. They're sprawling into our space anyway, so it's fine.
Oh my gosh, we haven't even shown one quilt yet.
We have it. No, hold on. I got more.
okay,
fun
okay,
facts. Hold on.
Okay, I'm gonna drink my coffee.
So the country produces a lot of olive oil. Any olive oil fans?
Oh, well, yeah.
Yes. I mean, you got to cook with it, right? Absolutely. They produce 44% of the world's olive oil.
Mm.
That's more than Italy. Which I really thought olive oil came from Italy. It's not. It's Spain.
Nice.
Go figure.
I know.
And then I guess one last one. Let's see. This one here. Madrid. Madrid,
You had it first, right? The first.
home of the oldest restaurant in the world.
Oh.
Yeah, right. So oldest restaurant, Baden restaurant, was serving up dishes to people in 1725.
Wow.
Some old food.
Yeah, I don't. I don't want the food if it's from 1725, but
It's kind of stale.
yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, there you go. So they've been around for a while. They've been doing the country thing for a minute,
Yeah.
and apparently they do it all right. Apparently they're also still ruled by a king.
Oh, didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. One of the few countries
So
left in the world that does that.
how big is Spain
Oh, I didn't actually do that.
in relationship to other things?
I didn't take the time to find that information, Danielle. Why would you suddenly put that responsibility on me?
Well, it would be
Because I
really cool if you
scrolled
went to that
Frantically.
one website
Jesus.
that I tell
Please
you
don't
about
say it.
every
Oh my
single
God.
time.
I don't know that I'm ready for this.
You just go to
Go ahead, say the word.
The Real
true.
The
size.
true.
I think you're both wrong.
I think it's the true size. The true size.
Please be careful Googling this, dear Lord. Stop. Be careful. Be
You may get
careful.
pictures of things you don't want.
You may not want. On the plus side,
But
though, in Spain,
You can take the country and then lay it on another country, and you go, "Whoa, that's because the way that it's
nudity's legal in Spain. So
well, yeah.
it made it work out. I mean, I don't know. Just
All right, we don't care.
she broke Google. That's awesome.
I've broken enough things with the internet today.
Yeah, don't push
Not
buttons
ways.
over there. Don't push it.
Buttons. Oh Lord. All
I'm
right.
gonna Google.
You're gonna Google it? All right, you Google it, because I'm not. I don't want to. I'm afraid to. Here. Put this button here. Oh yeah, I don't have that there. All right. So, you ready?
Yeah.
We'll do
Ready.
some show and telly stuff, because that's really all the information I got that's worth yammering on about.
Right.
Okay. There was. Hold on.
Yeah,
Oh, you could do the
the
running of the
true size.
bulls.
Yeah.
You could run. You could be ran over by a bull if you wanted to. Let's go to Spain.
Oh, cool. Eileen was born on Friday the 13th, so she's very superstitious. Yeah. That's why we get along so good.
Oh, that's clearly the situation that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, Victoria, you ready to show off some quilts for us? Not for us, but for them.
Yeah, so here's ours.
This is July's Vanish mystery quilt. It's yours. It's super quilted.
I did custom quilting, and I actually changed thread. So in the blocks that had the green stars, I used purple thread. In the blocks that had purple stars, I used green thread. But from there, you can't tell, right?
Right.
I used flannel on the back.
It's
It
gonna
is
be
not
soft and
bound.
squishy.
It should have been bound a long time ago.
The months kind of got away from us.
All solids, and it turned out to be a really pretty quilt.
Yeah. All right. Who's first? Going to Pam. All right. So Pam, this is her June. Ooh, look at that.
July. How
July.
many times
Why
are you
did
going
I
to
say
say
June?
there's wrong month?
You have June over there. Oh, that's right. That was that one, Ben. I loved that one.
Oh, you got it.
Oh, I like
Nice.
that.
Ooh,
Oh, it's
very cool.
offset.
Yeah, I like how you said it.
You showed this in the collective,
I
right?
did,
Okay.
and that was the mystery fat quarters.
Oh, she
Oh,
bought
no
a mystery
kidding.
bag, a mystery bag of fat quarters.
That's cool.
So I
Very
used
cool.
that, and then I had to do more.
I absolutely love that.
That's a lot of fun.
You machine quilt that?
Hey, wait, can you come
Oh,
over a
the
little
mess-
bit? Oh, come
Yeah.
over a little.
Sorry.
There we
Very
go.
cool.
I can't
Look
see
at
the screen,
that.
so yeah, it's okay. You're
Good.
good now.
Golly, that's beautiful.
Quilted and done.
Dun, dun.
Even bound. Oh, well.
Yeah, it's bound
Yeah,
it's found.
and labeled.
And labeled.
Yeah, I'm fired.
But you later.
Yeah, no, we'll do it now. So she also brought her June quilt because we weren't able to be here last month.
Here it is.
So, and this was the one that was like mountains. What?
Yes.
What was happening?
I think it was Switzerland,
Austria.
Austria.
Oh, look.
Oh.
So this is little feet prints
Mhm.
and stars. So cute.
Nice.
I love this little
Show
baby
the
quilt.
back is what's pretty cool.
Oh, the back is pieced.
Oh, that's
fun.
cool. That's
I'm
fun.
gonna do like this. And
Yeah,
have her
yeah.
Come closer to me.
Yeah,
She's like,
it's like a
There you go. Right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that one. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Looks like Miss Paula.
You want first? Let's do this one's first.
Ooh. So here's the quilt for July from Paula.
Hey.
Ooh, I like those colors.
Yeah.
Come on,
Me
Abe.
too.
Closer, closer. There you go.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's rich. I like that a lot.
Very pretty. Love that gold, like really rich
That
gold.
gold is paintbrush. It's
Nice.
Of course. Love it.
Very nice.
Love it.
The other's my stash.
Very cool.
Used up some stash, so that's good.
Right?
I love how you wouldn't think that you would only put those colors together, but when you see it, it's
Yeah, it works
Yeah.
out great. Yeah.
Right. Like all three primary colors, but just like hues of them, and they're not angry at each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like it. And this would be June's. All right. Oh, Lordy.
Wow. Oh,
Actually, I would probably go the
you're
other
gonna
way.
love it. It doesn't.
Here we go. Here it is. Look.
Ta-da!
That's Stoff fabric.
It is. It's the stuff music, the line of music fabric.
It's clear here when I pick it
Yeah.
up. It's like that. Perfect.
Yeah. Like
love
music
that.
notes in there.
Oh.
Very cool.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you so very much for that. Excellent. And now you got Linda's, and these are going to be gigantic. 'Cause
Linda always
never does
makes
big.
big ones. Oh,
That I didn't.
They're not the giant king size this time, huh? Yes.
every time Lydia's here, I always have to help her with Linda's. 'Cause- Ooh, a nice patriotic red, white, and blue.
Ooh, I feel like I'm in the way all of a sudden. I like that border.
Very cool.
Very nice. Very nice. Red, white, and blue variegated thread. Mm-hmm.
Stars and loops. Very cool.
Beautiful. Nice solid backing.
I like to talk.
So Linda is one of our friends that hand quilts, but also has a machine and long arm quilts too.
Yes.
Because you can't hand quilt them all.
Well,
You could, but you're not going to get
you're
as
not gonna
many
get
done.
through all of them.
And since we are making her do a quilt every single month, because we're
Yeah.
forcing her.
We're forcing her. There's a free pattern at the other
so-
side of it. So forced.
She's like, how do I get, all of these hand quilted?
Yeah.
Right.
So she said, I'll just buy a machine.
I think that's going to be, we're going to have to continue that controversial conversation
Yeah.
because one of the topics is machine quilting versus hand quilting.
And this week we've been
Oh
told.
my Lord. Love
Wow.
that. Is that
I
Midnight
love this.
Garden? That's
Yes.
also,
This
that-
is Moonlight Garden, and that's from
Jacqueline.
Jacqueline. Yes. Look how they
That's
go
great.
together so well.
Solid.
And
Does-
and
okay,
paintbrush
well, of
solid.
course.
Nice.
We weren't
So
disregarding
everything.
it entirely. It's just
Everything from our
the
shop.
rest of it's pretty. So
And that Baptist fan with the little curlicue in it is so fun.
yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna definitely need some opinions from people on hand quilting because that's been a conversation at the fair this week. We've been informed several times that I'm a hand quilter, as a matter of fact statement, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
But
and
I'm
there's
also not
also
doing it wrong
nothing
using a
wrong
machine.
with machine quilters. So
So that just so be aware, all that conversation will be coming. I don't mean any offense to anybody. Ooh, look at Janet's. Oh my. So this is June's?
Yeah, I didn't have July. I didn't.
That's all right. We've been busy. I think you need to
Come
come
this
over
way.
here.
sorry,
I
we
love that blue
we
and
don't
white
have to-
together.
You have the X, but the X is very much not.
You ignore
Right.
the X.
Yeah.
Yeah, the X on the floor marker is not working out well. Wow. I love that background. That's pretty.
Mhm.
All stash or
All fast.
all stash?
Very
Love it.
cool.
Excellent.
It makes me happy when we're eating up your stash because that means eventually you're going to
You're
need
gonna
to
need
buy
more
some more
fabric.
fabric, right?
Oh.
We got two from Lisa, so we got June and July's. We'll do July's first, right? Did we go patriotic with this? Oh, you're doing like all of them in a QOV style sizing format, correct? Okay, that's right.
I wasn't sure about June. I was like, well, how am I gonna do that?
I look for actually you had those were different layouts that you had. I can't wait to see that done. Oh wow,
Oh, very nice.
I love that light blue in there like that.
Yeah.
That worked out real well. Love paintbrush. If you're not using paintbrush, what are you actually using? Love it. Is
The two different colors of the stars. Perfect.
that just a white, solid white?
Yeah.
Appears to be. Very cool. Right.
How is Lydia so much faster at this than
Oh, she's
She just balls it up and throws it back at him. That was completely not true. Not that Lydia's watching is now offended, but Not true at all. She's not here to defend herself.
Wow.
Oh,
I love
man.
That's so cool.
I love the way that turned out.
I do love that Lisa put this out on Quilters Collective in a couple of different ways. She had her blocks made, she laid out a couple different options, and was getting everyone's kind of opinion on how she should put it together. Of course, then she gets to make her own decision, right? But
Right.
it was really fun to like have this community that we have and be able to get some.
I love this
Interaction.
blue fabric, by the way. Do you happen to remember who that is? Because I might need to find some of my own.
Put her on the
Perfect.
spot.
I did. I immediately put you on the spot.
Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
Big.
Marshalls.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. I love that print on there. It's very cool. It's got some depth to it. It does look tie-dyed. That's why I like it. Awesome. Oh, look at that.
So cool.
All right, so now we got Regina's.
Now we got Regina's quilt.
That's a party right there.
Yeah.
That's happy.
So happy and fun. Love those polka dots in the center. Because they're not just polka dots, they're squares.
Yeah, they're like confetti.
Yeah.
I think that's the name of the pattern was party.
Really?
Oh, really?
That's cool. That border's
The
fantastic.
border's awesome.
I love that.
All scraps. I didn't have enough of anything.
Wow.
Yeah. So since
I
she
love
didn't
that.
have enough, she just made it up.
Mm-mm. No, that's a great border. I guess we're going to have to talk Regina into a class on that border.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's not listening to me. It's okay. I don't blame her.
Or
either.
ignoring.
Both.
Either way is good.
Both is fine. Completely understandable. All right.
Bigger. Actually, it's still this one.
We're
I
getting it.
love the colors in this one.
Yeah.
Man, I hope that one makes it back to her. I'd be remiss if it got lost along the way.
Really pretty.
Whoa.
So this is a solid piece, but it looks like, you know,
Yeah.
Oh,
like a little
wow.
stripe. It's really
Is
pretty.
that all batiks?
Very pretty.
I love that.
All
Make
batiks.
one more. I've already made one out of this.
Have you? Oh, man.
And did you make the blocks a larger size, or am I? No, it's
That's the same pattern size. Okay.
nice.
That outside fabric, that is great, though.
And you mitered your corners. I mean, come on.
10-inch block.
Really.
Very cool.
Squares.
Huh.
Very cool.
Love it. Very nice.
Yeah. They are wider.
All right. Was that everybody's?
I think that's everyone who's here today.
She
Okay.
did make it wider because this is they're really narrow.
Okay. Well,
She made them wide.
that's okay. You can always make the blocks bigger. You can always upsize your blocks if you've got the skill set, pattern, patience
Right.
to do so, because I
Right.
don't.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Also, if you ever want to do that, you can ask in the collective, because a lot of times someone else has already done some math and figured out, you know, you could use a 10-inch layer cake to make this, and they give you helpful hints. I
Right.
know that this particular quilt was a little challenging, the way that they had you cut things. They weren't really specific on like what size this was going to end up. I mean, like some of the things were just a little, I don't know, a little bit challenging.
A little bit.
And I'm also a person who likes to read the pattern and go, yeah, I'm not going to do it that way. I want to do it the way that I make flying geese, or I want to do it the way that I make half square triangles. Maybe I want to make them 4 at a time, and they're telling me to cut them 1 at a time or 2 at a time, you know.
Right.
So I usually read through it, figure out what size things are supposed to be, work backwards, do it my own way.
So let's just kind of go over the rules and the summary of this again. If you're watching, you're like, I want to do this and get a free pattern next month. There's rules. Always
Patterns are
rules.
on the printer.
Yeah. So here's the basic rules of this whole shindig thing and how it works. Number 1, spare to finish, always do your quilt the size the pattern says at the minimum. You can always make it bigger, as you saw, if you want. I'm not going to stop you. Make extras, add them together. The other part of that is that borders are optional mostly this year. So you can always add borders to make it bigger, as several of you have done in here.
So all you have to do is buy the first pattern.
That's it.
Whatever month it is. So if you're like, oh, well, I can't do this now because it's already, You know, we're going
be
into
August.
August, and so there isn't really any reason to do it. I'm only going to get a couple of free patterns. I'm going to tell you, there are people who just buy the pattern every month,
Yeah.
and they don't
They don't
get to
actually
it.
finish it. That's
Maybe
okay.
they, you know, or maybe they skip this month. They don't like that particular pattern. First of all, it's just a $10 pattern. So,
Right. No big deal.
so normally this would be when we would reveal this month's pattern, except it was already revealed last week. Jason entered his quilt in the fair, in the county fair, and so he wanted to make sure and show everyone a little bit ahead of time because we wouldn't have it here today to reveal to you guys.
So,
So
a little bit of segue. I've got some scenes that we're going to show for those of you at home, those of you here. Sorry. But if you've been in the collective, you've seen these pictures at least once already. So, with this pattern, I went into Pro Stitcher because it's a cool program, and I laid out the quilting design. That's what it looks like in Pro Stitcher. Super cool.
Isn't that cool?
It was awesome, right? So then I came into the shop, and I took that, and I plugged it in, and I made all the arrangements, and I moved it around, and I quilted it up. And then I took a picture of the back of it once it was quilted. Yes, that's the back of the quilt.
yeah, it's so awesome. So black fabric, orange thread on the back.
Right. And then after I took the picture of that, I decided I'm not going to take a picture of the front. So I had to take a screenshot from last week when I unveiled it. So it's an absolutely terrible picture.
Yeah, not a great.
If you look closely down in the bottom left corner there, you see Danielle's hand.
That's better than the picture at the fair. He took a picture.
Well,
at the
actually, hold on. We're getting there.
fair? Okay.
So there's the finished top in its glory. And last but not least, I have a picture of it with the ribbon sitting on the table at the fair. Also in the picture is Danielle's feet. I didn't realize this at the time until I posted it, and I saw him like, "Oh, that's cool. Her feet are in there." And then she got mad because
I was
she
like,
saw them.
"What a great picture!"
It did it a
You
fourth
know.
place in its respective category, but again,
Right,
not
yeah.
mad about it at all.
Yeah.
It had its flaws, so it could have definitely been not placed at all. So anyway, it will be in shop by Monday, hanging, so you can come in on Tuesday and see it. This is our next country we're going to is South Africa. So there are recommendations on colorways for it. And I just got to get back to that screen. I apologize. I had that open. Where did it go, Cybus? He's fired. Fire him.
It could. So someone could read on the front of the pattern
That would be
Where it says-
awesome.
Diamond mine.
colors that.
Recommended colorways, yeah.
Diamond mine, brights, sunshine, rose, yellows, and golds.
Brights, yellows and golds, yep,
Blues.
and blues. So I kind of want the yellows and golds with that cheddar and coal line from Pambuda, which is absolutely fantastic. In person, it's even better.
We have some in the shop. We have super cozy cuts of those.
We do.
So what is a super?
What is a
cozy cut?
super cozy cut? Because that sounds made up.
It is made up.
That is completely, because all things in quilting are made up. There's no rules in quilting.
So as you guys know, we do cozy cuts, which are 11-inch width of fabric or 11 inches by width of fabric, and
Correct.
we put 12 in the bundle.
Correct.
That way you get 48 10-inch squares, 48 2.5-inch strips. It's the perfect pre-cut. So this particular line had quite a few pieces in it, and so 12 really wasn't going to be enough.
Right.
So a super cozy cut is actually 24 pieces, but it's only half the width of fabric. So still 11 inches by half the width of fabric. So like a fat quarter. A fat quarter is half the width of fabric, right?
Same
It's only
principle.
22 inches by, so it's 11 by 22. You can get 2 10-inch squares out of each one of them.
Mhm.
But since there's 24, you can still get 48 10-inch squares.
Lots of variety in that one package.
Lots of variety.
A lot,
So,
of a lot of the line, too. I thought
yes,
the whole line, was that one?
almost the whole line.
Oh, I think there was a couple large prints that weren't in there.
Mhm.
Either way, still beautiful.
I
if you
couldn't
need
cut
that
any
line.
out, like, okay, how do we only do 12? Just didn't work. So,
Yeah. Doesn't work that way. It's hard to leave out your favorite child sometimes.
right. And if you're a
Not that we
loyalty
play
member,
favorites.
and if you're a loyalty member, you could get that today for 20% off.
20% off today, for sure. Absolutely. All right. So that was all the things. That's next month. Don't forget, you have until the last Saturday of August to get this pattern done. It is only 35 by 35. If you've been following along all year and you did January's, which was a large, simple block, again, large pieces, kind of deceiving. You just got to
They
be a
are a
little bit
little
more
tricky.
patient. And
Yeah.
also, every lost corner is going to show.
Right.
That's me how I know. By the way, I did fully piece that one. Everything on that quilt was done by me. And then also, the binding is atrocious. So,
The binding is done.
it's done, but
The
oof,
binding is not
oof,
like perfect. So it's okay.
it's rough. I was trying not to lose my corners or my points out on the
Yeah,
edge.
yeah.
If
So
I had to
he
redo
cut
it,
so he cut a shorter, narrower binding, and so that he really wouldn't lose those points. And then it was tight to get to the back.
yeah, I hand belted on. If I had it to redo, I would put I would put an outside border on it so I knew I didn't lose my points, and then bind to that border.
So everyone, optional border. You might
Not a
wanna
bad
do it.
Especially if you're going to make wall hanging out of it. Because again, the 35 by 35, it's not real big.
Right.
It's a great wall hanging size.
It would be a perfect baby quilt. So please, someone,
Oh, yeah.
just do it in
Some
beautiful
cute kid baby stuff. Mhm.
baby colors.
I think it'll be cool. And that big center block is just open for
Yeah.
some sort of large
Yeah.
print. So,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right. I don't think I've got much else, honestly.
No.
I think that's pretty much
Okay,
everything.
so remember, come see us here in the shop. Starting Tuesday is going to be shop
Online
hop.
shop hop.
I don't know. I'm
Bring
losing words.
passports.
I'm losing words.
It's all right. We got 2 more days. We're
Today
good.
is
This Saturday.
this Saturday,
Get
so
20% off.
Yep.
In store.
starts Tuesday.
Have your
is
card.
Tuesday starts the shop hop. Also,
August is a free fabric month.
it's a free fabric month. Don't try to get it today.
Not free fabric month today. Today's
Okay.
20% off.
But when you come
Tuesday.
back on Tuesday,
Yeah.
you can get your free article.
And you have all month.
Absolutely.
All month of
absolutely.
August. So, like, if you don't want to
Yeah.
be here on day one,
Oh,
that's
but
fine.
I'm here today. I can't come next month.
Yes, you can buy July's pattern. It is on our website.
Yes, you
Available
can.
to purchase.
Absolutely.
And
it is out
you've
there.
sent them out?
I've sent them out, and
Good.
August pattern will be available to purchase later today.
Great.
Super duper. Okay, I'm done here. Are you done here? You ready to go hang out at the fair and sweat? Sweat it
Yeah.
out of you?
Yeah, I guess.
Ugh.
Anyway.
I have plans.
All right, sounds good. Well, we're going to go ahead and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.